open it up, and then we'll go to some questions.
All right. Just another way that our guys continue to find ways to win games. I hate to sound like a broken record, but the versatility of this team, the heart and resiliency that this team shows, the ability to make plays at critical moments when we needed them the most showed up. You know, tonight the offense had to possess the ball at the end of the game, and we were able to do that. Heck of a play by AD and Quinn. A week ago, the defense had to get the stop. So the idea that we can win either way, I thought was impressive. I thought for 3 quarters we played really good football. What a great play by Jordan Whittington to strip the ball after the interception. I thought that was a critical play in the ball game. I thought having Quinn back was really effective for us. It was unfortunate that throw got away from him on that one, but he made some really nice plays for us throwing the ball. But in the fourth quarter, it was unfortunate we couldn't convert a third down, and then they were scoring quick. And we didn't tackle very good late in the game in the fourth quarter, and they were scoring quick, and then we couldn't stay on the field because we were having a hard time converting 3rd and 3s and 2s and whatnot. So as always, there's things to work on, but it sure feels good to be 9-1. And it's great to get a conference victory on the road against a good football team. Their record is not indicative of how good they are. I know they've lost a lot of one-score games. I've been there before. That's tough. But Sonny's got a good team, and they continue to fight tonight, and they took us all the way to the end. And so, like I said, I think that's what championship teams do. They find a way to win, and I'm very proud of our team. And got to get healthy, and we got to get ready to go again next week.
Danny, start us off.
Is this like this the whole time with like a freaking construction site?
Yeah.
Okay.
Steve, can you touch a little bit more on the intangibles that Jordan brings, especially on a play like that?
Well, I just think that's what exactly he provides. There's so much that he does that a lot of times doesn't show on the stat sheet. What he does for us blocking, how smart he is in getting people lined up and recognition of what people are doing, the information he provides us. We throw an interception, and for him to have the awareness to go strip the ball coming from behind like a defensive player, and Jordan hasn't been 100%. He's going through something. That's why we haven't seen him as much on special teams, but he's an invaluable piece to what we do. And so, again, I'm grateful that he was able to make that play because that was a critical play at that juncture.
Eric, go ahead.
Steve, you talked about this isn't about versatility, but just versatility. This team finds ways to win games. Just wondering, how do you juxtapose that message, finding ways to win games, like you said, like you would have won these games in the past, with the second half of the
Yeah, well, we just talked about that actually briefly. We have got to, first of all, I'd say good teams continue to improve as the season goes on. You never hit this point where we can't improve. So I get it, we're in November, but we can improve still. And there's a lot of football left to be played, and we can improve. And where we can improve is that killer instinct, that mental intensity, that focus, that tenacity that we played, the first 2 quarters with to come out in the third quarter and to go finish the team off. It was a tremendous goal line stand there in the third quarter, and we start on our own 1 or 2 yard line, and we move the ball out to about the 38, and we had an opportunity there to really continue to go, and what that drive could have meant to that whole game at that point would have totally changed the complexion of the game. We don't convert, we end up punting the ball, and then they turn around and get their momentum back. And so there's an idea of this whole complementary football thing that we had some really cool complementary football tonight, but that was a moment when I thought we could have really seized it, and we didn't. And so that's where we have to improve. I'm sure other teams have other areas where they need to improve, but that's where we have to improve. We got to have that killer instinct to put people away when we have a chance to. Very similar to last week. We had an opportunity last week and we weren't able to do it as well for different reasons. When you start turning the ball over in your own end, you let them back into the game. So it all adds up to we have opportunities to put people away. We've got to hone in, have the right mental intensity to go do that.
Bob?
Do you have an update on Jonathan Brooks and just how valuable he is to your offense?
Yeah, Jonathan, he does it again, with the big screen pass down to the one, couple touchdowns, goes over 100 yards again. Obviously we're going to have to check him out more in the morning when we can get him back to Austin. I'll probably have a better update for you guys on Monday.
Middle honor, Coach, the throw by Quinn on 3rd and 12, and just talking about the play call and how much that counted.
Yeah, we just felt like we were going to get man coverage, and we felt like coming into the game and all night, that was an advantage for us on the perimeter with AD and with Xavier. Obviously, Xavier had a heck of a game. Again, our offense kind of goes in cycles, and I got asked this week, why hasn't Xavier had any big games recently? Well, he caught 10 balls for 137 yards, so it was his turn tonight. But in the end, when we got the isolation one-on-one, similar to the fade on the touchdown we threw to AD, if we got that one-on-one, we were going to take that shot. We just felt like that was a matchup that was favorable to us, and Quinn gave AD the shot to go make the play.
On your right, Kurt.
One big great Quinn's performance all night long. And would you have called that same play with the Lakers quarterback, or would Quinn?
I don't answer hypotheticals, okay? But I will say Quinn, coming off of an injury, I don't know if I could have asked for much more, right? I mean, I thought he stood in the pocket. I thought he made some throws at some critical moments. I'm sure we're going to look at the tape and see plays that maybe he could have executed a little bit better, and that's like any game. That's me as a coach, the players as players. But for coming off of that injury and going out there and making those plays and having the performance he had, I think if you would have told me he'd have been 22 of 33 for 317 yards coming out of this game, I'd have taken it every day of the week. So I'm happy that he was able to play the way that he did.
On your left, Cedric.
You guys are winning, you're 9-1. Do you think if you win 2 more games like this in the next level, will be enough to get you where you want to be?
That's not my choice. It's not my decision. All I care about is, like I said, going into the season, we had a goal and a mission to be champions this season. And to do that, we had to make it to Arlington December 2nd. And we've got 2 more games that are going to be really tough games to try to achieve that. And then if we can get there, then we got to go win 1 more game. Anything beyond that, that's out of our control. But we can control that. And so we try to keep our focus on what we can control and what's the task at hand. And the task at hand is going to Ames next Saturday night and playing an Iowa State team that's going to be it's going to be a great challenge for us.
Rear on your right, Art.
Coach, you talked earlier on about having the resiliency to win in multiple ways, just having a team that's found a way to win. This team has overcome some potholes in the past that might have stumped Kansas State last week. This has been a tough matchup in years past. What do you think is different about this team, and why do you think that you guys have been able to find a way to win even if the games are close?
Well, I think that I think it stems from our culture. It stems from these guys believe, and they believe in one another, and they believe in themselves. I would say in previous years, our first year, I don't know if we believed. Last year, I think we thought there was moments, can we? Yeah, okay, we can. This year, I don't think they have any doubt. Like, we're going to win the game. It's just a matter of how. And when your number's called, I don't think that the guys blink when their number's called. And I don't think if another guy's number's called or the other side of the balls, they believe we're going to make the play that needs to be made. But I think all that stems back to our culture, that these guys believe in one another. They do everything out of love for one another. And that's taken a lot of work to get us to this point. And, hopefully we can continue to build on the culture as we're building and improving as a football team.
Stay here on the right, Leah.
Coach, your secondary game of 300 yards passing today. I mean, at one point, do you decide this is a concern for this team, and what needs to change?
I just didn't think we tackled great today. Early in the game, I thought our coverage was really good. In the first half, we covered really well. We played the deep ball well. We broke up some plays. When they completed it, we were tackling really well. But as the game went on, we just didn't tackle very well. They threw a curl route, and we don't tackle the guy, and he splits us and goes down the middle and, jumps over a guy, made the guy look like Superman, where it should have been a gain of 10 yards. And so those are things for us where we need to improve. Again, if we do it right and we stop the run well and we get the lead and play well offensively, people are going to have to start to throw the ball. All right, well, now they're going to complete some of those throws. That's okay too, but you got to get them on the ground. And I just didn't think we tackled very good there, especially in the fourth quarter. It was not good enough.
Three last ones, Thomas.
Coach, you talked about the completion rate. Xavier, what is it about that efficiency between those two specific?
Well, I think they got good rapport. Those guys have put in a lot of work, and a lot of work kind of behind the scenes, where a lot of times, it's not even when we're there. They're throwing on their own. I think Xavier has put in a lot of extra work on the jugs and working on his hands and being a steady catcher. And, so much was made a year ago about the drops that he had. And then we find out he had a broken hand. And just the efficiency that he's playing the game with right now, I'm really proud of him, and he's playing with an extreme amount of toughness. He's playing physical. He's winning one-on-one matchups, and Quinn trusts him. And that comes from rapport and banked reps that they've gotten over the last 2 years.
Back, Corey.
Thank you.
And also, coming into this environment, you talked about embracing pain all year. That's the motto. It seemed like the team really embraced it tonight. So what is it about this road game that you like about your team, knowing that they can come into this hostile environment and then play up to what they want to play?
Well, I just, for me personally, I love playing at DKR, and there's nothing better than 105,000, the sea of burnt orange and all that. But I also enjoy going on the road. And, we only get to bring 70 guys. We have 120 on the team, so, 50 players didn't get to come tonight. There's only 70 of us. I think that creates an environment of, man, we got to be tight, we got to lock arms, and we got to go into this battle together, I think that's taken us some time to really understand what that feels like, what that looks like, and offense has got to pull for the defense has got to pull for the offense. Everybody's got to play a role on special teams, and that's where you form those bonds as a team, is when you come on the road and you find a way to win these games and you get to be in that locker room afterwards knowing, hey, some guys got nicked up. Jade Barron had a hard time finishing the game. Jonathan Brooks didn't finish a game. Cedric Baxter had to step up. Jalen Gilbo's back in there. Everybody had to step up. Everybody has a role. If you're one of these 70 guys on the road, you have a role in helping us win tonight. And so there is something special about that. But you have to embrace it. You can't go in thinking, it's going to be loud. Just expect it. All right, it's going to be loud. Now what are we going to do? What kind of poise and composure are we going to have in this game? And so it's always special going on the road, winning, especially a conference game in November. That's really hard to do, and for us to do that tonight, I'm very pleased with that.
Last one, Caleb.
Coach, at the beginning of the season, y'all were more of like a slow start and then finish them in the second half. Now you're kind of like quick start, early lead, and then the second half splitting it.
I know.
It's about like the first half season. Is there anything like there that you think you can pick up and like bring some out?
I'm gonna go back to the lab and try to figure that out. Quite frankly, nobody wants us to play a complete 4-quarter game, and then nobody wants it more than I do and than our players do. And so, as always, we got to try to find the right buttons to push in our preparation. We've got to find the right buttons to push in the first half to make sure that we're playing the type of football we can play in the first half of the game. We've got to find the right buttons to push at halftime. And we need to find the right buttons to push at the end of the third quarter to go finish these games and play the way we're capable of playing with the right, like I said, right mental intensity, the right focus, the right physicality that we're capable of playing with. And so, that's my job, to try to figure that out so that we can go play a complete game of 4 quarters. And, that's the beauty of it to me, in that, man, our best is still out there. What's it going to look like when we do play a complete 4-quarter game? And there's going to be a game when we're going to need it. And so hopefully we can put it all together next week.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys, thank you.
Do you think that you've been targeting like Xavier Williams?
Man, that was a long play, bro. So I see Jay Witt running. I was gonna try to like run and punch it out, and I seen Jay Witt punch the ball out, and I just seen the ball and I just landed on it. Took all the air out of me, all the air out. That's it.
Finally, a couple calls against you. You got an open call and pass interference call.
Quinn Ewers in too.
Is it about time you got a call?
Finally, man. I just hope they keep looking.
Completion rate's really high. When you guys are this too, you and Xavier have that connection, high completion rate. What is it about you two specifically?
I feel like we worked and talked about it, so we kind of like have a good feel for each other. Over the summer, we like kind of like really talked about like what we want to do and how we want to throw the ball. So that's really what it is.
Yeah. Going off what he said, just going off what he said, I totally agree. From the off season to what we've been doing in practice, just the way we go about our business. Trying to connect on certain routes has been tremendously better on our parts for sure. We put a lot of work into it.
What's it like having him back on the field, and what was your comfort just being back on the field?
It was huge. Obviously, he's the head of our program, quarterback position. So it was just huge. So we just rallied behind him.
Quinn, can you talk?
1 second. Yeah, it was great to be back out there, and I felt like I went right in there and was just as comfortable as when I left. So I was just fired up to be back out there. Couldn't thank the Lord enough.
Will you take us through the 3rd and 12? They call timeout. They're thinking they're going to get the ball back. 3rd and 12. The thought process behind the play and then the execution of it.
Yeah, I saw one-on-one to AD, and I thought just go give him a shot, and usually it works out in our favor, and it did tonight. So it was pretty cool for him to come down with that ball and to get the dub here in an away game.
Can you talk about getting away from the running game in the 3rd quarter? Y'all only ran it 3 times. You were averaging 6 yards a carry. And how the momentum changed there?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to just do the plays to the best of our abilities, and we have full faith in Coach Sark and what he was trying to do. We were trying not to let up on the gas, but ultimately we came out with a win, and we're all pretty fired up about it.
How's the shoulder, and how close are you to being back to 100%?
It's all right. It's getting better every day. Just going to keep getting treatment and keep rolling.
Xavier, what was the thought process on the sideline when that game did?
The last one, guys.
What do you guys think?
Like I said before, the camaraderie of the team. I feel like we're so close and connected, and we have a love for each other. So I feel like we weren't to get rattled. We didn't get really rattled like last year. I feel like we would have been rattled, and I feel like this year we kind of stuck together.
Quinn, can you talk about the comfort level having 2 receivers?
Yeah, I mean, when you have guys like AD and X and all those guys in that room, they're all playmakers, as you guys can tell, and that just makes my job a whole lot easier. I mean, I just got to get it to the playmakers, and they do everything else. They make me look good and that whole deal.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, X. Appreciate it. All right, Hannah Mitchell. We got Kellen Biggs Jr. as well.
Come on, Kevin.
Yeah. If you guys can kind of lean into the mic when they're talking to you. Yeah.
Adam, it's 3rd and 12. Did you know the ball was coming to you on that play? That long 35 yards?
Yeah, I assumed it because actually, kind of earlier in the game, I kind of let one go. So I was digging out there.
What did you think about the play call when you heard him?
I loved it.
Can you talk about the degree of difficulty in making the catch?
Credit to Quinn for just giving me a chance. We worked that a lot, and we took the practice field to the game, and ultimately great things happened.
I saw you had a little interaction with this section. Next drive, you scored. How much is that type of stuff not only get you riled up,
I mean, it's fun. Like this is really what you play college football for. Traveling to an away game, you know the crowd is not gonna love you. So I mean, you just kind of embrace it. You know, it's a lot of people who would kill to be in that position and to be hated like that. So you know, we don't take it lightly.
AD, can you talk about Quinn's poise tonight, coming back from the shoulder injury, delivering on that 3rd and 12?
I mean, to be honest, he was delivering the whole game. You know that I'm not gonna lie, man. That dude is a dog. Like he is a straight soldier. Like to come back and have that type of performance while you're still dealing with something is amazing.
Kelvin, how motivated was the offensive line after you guys had a 4th down stop? You guys got stopped on 4th down. How motivated was the offensive line to finish off the next drive? Touchdown.
Yeah, we're definitely motivated, especially because all the close games that we've been having, the defensive players been finishing out for us, and I feel like us finishing the game and running the clock down kind of was a big accomplishment for us, and just making sure we get the yards and get the first downs we needed.
And then, having been in a lot of close games last year, being on the other side of it, what is different about this team that's able to come out and win these kinds of close games?
Yeah, just also our mentality. Our mentality is definitely different. Like other guys say, we would probably definitely end up losing the game like this, just because the roller coaster of the game, the emotions, and we just try not to get too high or too low. We try to stay even keel, have that same mindset the whole game, and I feel like we did that today and we came out with a win.
What goes into that? Is that just playing experience, or did y'all do anything special, like to kind of build that resilience?
I'll just say the bond we have as a team. I feel like every guy knows what that guy can do and what they are capable of on the field, and I feel like the trust we have in each other is what helps us pull through.
I just feel like y'all only got a field goal in the second half. Y'all were doing so well first half.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I feel like we came out. Coach Stark called the plays, and we did our best to execute them. And if it didn't go our way, and we got the field goal, any points is good points. So we're happy with it.
Do you feel like y'all relaxed any?
No, I didn't feel like we were relaxed at all. I didn't feel like we were relaxed. I feel we was focused the whole time.
Are these type of escapes aging you any?
Say it again.
Are they aging you any?
I wouldn't say Asian, but I definitely would like to kind of get out the game a little better than what we did today.
What did Jordan show you on that play where he chased down that guy and forced the fumble?
Man, hey, I actually walked over and told him, like, dog, like that was the game-changing play right there, because to contribute even when the ball isn't in your hands, like that really shows how complete of a player you are, and just how much he wanted it, just how much heart he has, because to chase that ball down, and that was a big time play. That was a big time play. I love that dude, dog.
Last one.
Coach said you guys need to develop more killer instincts. How do you develop that instinct to give these guys a way to go?
It definitely doesn't start on Saturdays. You know, that's something that starts Sunday, Monday practice, preparation, things like that, and just taking the practice field to the game. And you know, I feel like that'll change the way we play for sure.
Thanks, guys. Got Jade Barry and Byron Murphy. Try to talk in the mic if you can, guys. It's hard to pick up the sound right now. You good? Yeah. All right.
You heard him?
Byron.
You say talking to the mic.
Talk
Yeah.
mic as much as you can.
I got you.
All right, fire away, guys.
What did Sark say to you guys following the game about finishing?
Like always, he always tells us it's going to be adversity on the road. Things are going to happen, but we just got to lock in and stay together. And I think we stayed together for this one. We pulled it out.
Byron, what was going through your mind when you trimmed that lead, late in the game, and the offense went for it, and you guys didn't come back on the field? What's going through your mind on the sideline?
Well, what was going through my mind at the time? I was just, telling my team just making sure me and my team stay together. We'll all stay on the same page. Keep fighting. And pulled out with the win.
And you and Sweat each
Yeah.
Is y'all's pass rushing ability sometimes overlooked?
I won't say it's overlooked, but when we get the opportunity, we rush, and it showed tonight. So.
They couldn't run on y'all, but they got some rhythm in the passing game there in the fourth quarter. Can you just talk about their tempo, their ability to get rhythm? Were y'all getting tired in that last quarter?
It was just a lot of routes that they was passing off, and we got to pass them off as a defense. And it was a bit sometimes when we were in zone and things like that. So just the communication on the back end that we got to correct.
Johnny, this was you called Jared Wiley's quote earlier. You talked about the culture seeming to be different over here. In the past, if you guys would have been together, different feel. Does that culture make a difference between maybe this game being a loss in years past and this now?
Most definitely. For instance, I'll give you an example. If I'm down, I know B. Murphy pick me up. If B. Murph's down, somebody like me will pick him up. So just things when somebody's down, we're there for him. I feel that in the past, sometimes we'll kind of separate in tough situations. But when tough situations occur, we always buy in and come together.
So you've had some tight games, but y'all in first place off of yourself from the team at this point of the season. Just how does that feel?
It feels amazing. It feels amazing. Sark just hit on it. Just to be where we're at and the record that we have, it's a blessing. But just to come on the road and get another tough win in an environment like this, so it was a blessing to do that.
Johnny, y'all were so dominant for 3 quarters defensively. Is it frustrating to have the game finish the way it did?
Yeah, it is. We always want to finish strong throughout every quarter, all 4 quarters. But the way we finish, I think it's about the way we finish, and we finish strong, and we finish strong with the win. So I think that's what that matters at the end of the day.
Byron, Sark talked a little bit about developing that killer instinct.
Yeah.
Do you think you guys have it, and why is it? 3 of the last 4 weeks you got 20, and the team's come almost all the way back. Why do you think that is?
Well, I believe we have it. I feel like we just got to keep working on it, keep working on finishing, and actually going out there and displaying it, in the second half and finishing in the fourth quarter. But I believe we got it though. We just got to keep working. That's all.
Byron, Trill Carter had a sack tonight.
Yeah.
Talk about how he's been working in the
Man, Trill, he's a big help to the D line. He came a long way, got a lot of better. He's a hard worker. Great player. Well coached. So having him aboard, having him with this D line is very helpful.
Johnny, you talked about winning in this hostile environment. Y'all came out here and it seemed like y'all thrive in this type of embrace the hate type thing. So what does this team kind of love about being in these unearned type of situations?
Just make sure we wanted to come out with swag and make sure we brought energy, knowing that we don't have our DKR fans with us. We had some fans, but just knowing that we have to be the energy and we have to create that. So we just wanted to do that and create energy for ourselves and to go out there and have fun, and I feel like we did that.
Johnny, can you talk about being in first place with 2 to go? You're going to Iowa State next week. What the mindset is to finish?
Just know we have 2 more games left. We got to take one game at a time. So we know we have another championship game coming to Iowa State next week. It's going to be good. It's going to be a tough battle. We know that. And then another night game. So we just got to be prepared and be ready.
Today, how would you describe that goal line? The goal line stay in your hand.
Tonight, just listen to PK's plan. We executed the plan and we came out on top of it.
Byron, no one's running on y'all. They didn't run for 100 yards tonight.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about what y'all are getting done against the run?
Just taking on blocks, trusting in our technique, playing the blocks right, getting off and just being aggressive, very aggressive and very violent at the point of attack, And we harp on, stopping the run, and we preach that, every day, all day. So that's just our motto, we won't let you run.
Byron, just a quick follow-up. This defense is 3rd in the nation, 3rd down defense, 2nd in the nation, goal line defense. Let's talk about that a little bit. What's driving that?
Man, we take a lot of pride in it, just from practicing, we practice that in practice, week in, week out, getting red zone stops, 4th down stops, 4th and goal stops, I just feel like that's just what we do. That's just us.
Johnny, did Terrence thank you for that interception
Yeah, he did thank me, but all Terrence was saying was amen, 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 amen. That's what he said when he got the pick. So, we got to thank the Lord for that one.
I know y'all already been inside the ball, but what is Quinn being back into the team and how y'all assess his performance?
I couldn't hear what he said.
How Quinn's performance?
Yeah,
basically.
Like, what does he do being back in the roster for this team and just on this level and having your QB1 back in the level?
We was excited when Murphy was here. We trusted Murphy, and we had a plan when he was here. But most definitely when Quinn here, obviously he's more comfortable with the timing and the receivers and things like that. And it showed today just on how effective they were with the deep balls early with Xavier and that big third down with 5. So just things like that, it always helped. But Quinn, he had very good composure. I even seen a few times when things got rough and they kind of rushed fast, he threw the ball out of bounds. So just those smart things like that just helped us as an offense and things like that. But he finished strong for us, and we needed that.
Last one, guys.
Coach was saying that y'all were kind of struggling tackling in the second half, or more so like the fourth quarter. Would you identify that as like kind of the reason why some of those explosive passes started happening, or what kind of leads to that?
Most definitely, we got to correct that, and we have to wrap up. Sometimes we just throw our body in there and just lunge and things like that. I mean, I had one first quarter where I just lunged at the guy. So it's things like that where we just have to wrap up, and we got to make sure we finish the tackle and get them down.
All right, thanks, fellas. We got Jalen Ford coming in.
Do your best to kind of talk in the mic a little bit.
last
It's so
one,
loud.
Jalen Ford.
Yeah, talk in the mic a little bit if you can, like get closer to the mic.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all loud here.
Fire away. Jalen, y'all got some close games, but you're alone in first place in the Big 12. How do you balance that out with some of the concerns about giving up these late leads?
Not being satisfied, honestly. I mean, it's always good when it's hard to win, right? So it's always good when you win. I think we just got to look back at the tape and just really dive into, how we can be more detailed, how we can honestly just, at least, like I'd say just trying to, strive to be our best, honestly, going forward.
When you manufacture killer instinct, Coach said you guys need more of that killer instinct to push all this game.
Yeah, I think I'd say, the later it gets in the game, just kind of continue having that killer mindset, killer instinct, not, taking a foot off the gas. And I think we honestly did that today. But we just got to continue to get better and just learn from it.
Their tempo, they held the ball for almost 11 minutes in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Even though there was no score, y'all were on the field a lot.
Yeah.
Is their tempo getting to you, starting to wear you down a little bit?
Not really. They were just finding, the kind of the weaknesses and what we were doing. I don't really think the tempo really bothered us, but you said we like you were saying, we had 11 minutes? Yeah, so I think just being able to kind of stand tall in the red zone, not giving up points, still were able to benefit from it.
Talk about that, the goal line stand,
Yeah.
first and goal from the fourth, they don't get anything.
Backs against the wall, defense just stood tall, kind of got to hone in. Everybody's got to be detailed. We were able to stand tall. So.
Hey, Jalen, you had some contribute the Trill got a sack tonight.
Yeah.
Terrence got an interception. Some guys that haven't really been making a lot of plays for you guys. What does that show for you guys about
It just shows. My bad. It just shows that guys are willing to step up. A lot of them got to step in. Long season. A lot of everybody's got to step up and show out. So credit to the guys that were able to come in when another guy went down or when they needed to show up. It just shows how everybody's dialed into the game plan and doing good.
Why do you feel like y'all are blowing these 20-point leads? You like winning that way, or you like the drama, or what is it?
Just got to be better, kind of seeing towards the end of the game, like he was saying, just continue having that killer instinct.
But at the end of the day, you know, we get the win. So, yeah, you just got to not be so hard. And honestly, just got to learn from it, you know. I'm just blessed that we came out on top. We get to go in, you know, another week of film, another week to get better, another chance to go out there and really show our opponents, you know, what Texas Longhorn football is.
You said you weren't satisfied, not, you know, don't be satisfied. Can you talk about that? You know,
Not being satisfied?
yeah, and just the way that the game ended after playing great for 3 quarters.
Yeah. You basically said it yourself. We played great for 3 quarters. At the end of the day, you want to finish strong as well. Sark does an amazing job of trying to, you know, emphasize of winning the 4th quarter. And I think as a team, we need to pay attention to that moving forward. You know, and really taking the team effort to win the 4th quarter. So, yeah.
Jalen, a lot of the guys have talked about the togetherness on this team, and that in years past, it's getting out in a lot of different ways.
Exactly.
What is it about that togetherness that's making the difference in this?
The love, the passion that this team has, not for, you know, individual success, not because of how good they want to do, but how good they want to see this team do. You see every week guys are stepping up. It's not the same person all the time. It's a different person. And I just want to credit everybody on that team, or everybody on this team, and stepping up when the team needs it most. And that's really how I think we show the love for one another. And I think it's really gone ever since I've been here. Each year, you know, the love just grows tighter and tighter. We play for one another more and more. And so, you know, I really love this team. I love the passion. I love the drive we have. And I can't wait to get better with my guys.
All set. Thank you. Thanks, Jalen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Feels like he's a thoughtful.
He is a thoughtful young man.